Right, welcome back everybody. Today we're working on this Honda Izzy. I think it's a 16-inch cut, this one, or it might be an 18. It's a 2003 self-drive. The self-drive, there's no belt on it. It was working, but the belt's just snapped. It has had a couple of previous repair welds in it here, and also there are a couple of cracks that I've noticed just behind each wheel, which is a common thing for these Honda Izzies. They do seem to crack behind the front wheel, and what happens then is this front part just comes loose and breaks off after a while. So, little story with this one. I actually did do a restoration on a Honda Izzy. If I can find the video for that, I'll link that up there now. But the chap that actually bought that one off of me had this one as well, and once he come to pick it up, we got talking and all that. He told me he had this one. It's a bit sentimental to this one. It was his mother's, and then he's took it on. He's basically clocked up a few miles on it. He's had it a good few years. Well, since 2003 it's been in his family. As I say, he has had it repaired a couple of times there, but after he saw the one that I'd done, he asked me if he could bring me his old one and I'd do it up for him. I don't normally take these jobs in off just random people. I only normally do my own stuff, but he had purchased that one off me. There was a bit of a story to it, so I thought I'd just do this as a one-off. I thought I'd bring it to you, and also the chap can actually watch this video of his lawnmower getting the restoration. So there is a little bit of wording on it to do, I say. I won't be tackling that. I'll pass that on to my dad because I've not had much wording experience in the past. I don't want to do any damage. As I say, this is not my lawnmower at the end of the day. It is for someone else, so I don't want to be blowing no holes in this metal. So what we're going to be doing first is I'm going to get everything stripped off, take it back to the bare shell, and I'm going to get some paint stripper on it. And while that's doing its thing, we'll start doing a bit of cleaning up on these wheels, and hopefully we can get this powder coated in today's video. And while it's in the powder coating oven, we'll start doing a bit of work on the engine, giving that a service and all that. I've got a new belt for it, and I've also got another handle for it because this one is broken here. Again, common things for these handles to break. I think I've got a couple of Izzies out there, exact same problem with tape around them, so they do go there. So I'll just bring you in, take you for a quick little look around this mower. So as you can see there, it's had a couple of previous welds, so I will probably grind them down a bit so they're not so noticeable. But there's a crack just here, and if you can see that there, so we've got that to contend with. And I say once we do start peeling all this back, taking it back to bare metal, we might see another couple of little bits of rust, but we'll treat them as accordingly. And again, it's the same again there, it's cracked there. There is a bit of a dent there. Might try and pull that out a bit. I mean, there we go, I've just seen there's another crack there. So again, that will want a little bit of weld on it. Let's just check this other rear side. And there is a little split there as well, look. So there is 4 little splits to contend with on here. Otherwise the mower is pretty solid. So it has had a couple of dings on the side. It's a bit out of shape. In fact, that's actually well out of shape, that. And it's actually bent the lip underneath, so we might be able to pull that lip back out and that brings it back to some sort of shape. Bit of flaking paint up there, but it is missing the exhaust guard there. So the grass bag ain't in too bad nick. It's got the odd little hole there. It's starting to wear on that corner. Common thing for these. But again, that could go in the wash, but I won't be doing that. All I'm concentrating on is getting this body back stripped back to bare metal, getting it powder coated, giving the engine a service, sharpening the blades, give them wheels a bit of a clean up, put a new drive belt on it, and also we'll be putting a new bracket on that handle as well. So all the cables are good on it. So I'm going to put you on a bit of time lapse now, and we're going to get this thing stripped down a bit. Right then folks, so as you see on the time lapse, I've got it stripped down now back to a bare shell. I actually looked on the camera, that actually took 19 minutes to strip this down, so that's not bad going. There's a few more cracks than I actually realised actually, and I'm still going to go ahead with it because I say there's a bit of a story to this mower. Would I have really gone this far with this mower? Probably not after seeing all the cracks on it. So let me just show you what I found. So as you can see there, we've got a great hole there. I did show you that one before. There was a little crack there and a little one there. In fact, there might be another little one there. So I mean, this deck is full of cracks. I've never seen one this bad before. A little blemish there, and as you can see here, the actual deck is really gone there. It is a right mess, this one. There as well. I did pull that back out a bit. Can't really see it because of the shadows. But I've got that lip back there. And then we got another crack there. So I did obviously, when I did speak to the chap, I did tell him there was a couple of cracks that needed addressing. Obviously there's a few more than just a couple. He has said he would pay for that. So I did say it would be an extra £20 for that. But I need to go and give Soppy the good news now that there's quite a few cracks on here. So I'll give him that 20 quid anyway, just for sorting this out for me. I mean, I could have a go myself, but I could make a lot worse of a job on it. So this is why, one of the reasons why we don't take jobs on from other people. We only do our own stuff. But I say, he got me with a bit of a story there, a bit of a heartstring story. And he caught me off guard. So I'm going to go get Soppy now, let him have a look at this. Let's see what he's got to say about it. Alright then everyone, so Soppy's here. He's the main welder.
Filming it, sorry.
Yeah. Originally...
Well, it's been welded before, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been welded
before.
A few
places.
I told them we don't normally take on jobs, do we?
Well, not really, no. But it's only because you sold this mower to a bloke, not this one,
no,
a refurbished one, and he was so pleased with it that he wanted you to do his own personal one.
But he had a bit of a story with this about his mum, so he got me off guard. So it's a bit of a sentimental thing, but... There's a weld there it wants doing.
Right.
Crack there.
Yeah, that's no problem.
A couple of little ones there.
Right, okay.
Same again on that side. So it's basically the same on this side as what's on the other side.
Right.
But then there's an extra one.
What's the extra one? Right, okay. Yeah, that's alright.
But I mean, I just told them on the video, I did quite an extra 20 quid, so you will be getting paid for this.
Well, how much am I getting paid then?
20 quid for welding.
20 quid for all that work?
Well, it's cheap, that is. It's only half hour's work there.
Right, we'll get the flappy disc on it then, just grind a bit off of there. I'll let you do the cleaning up, then I can weld it up for you.
We've got to nip out first, haven't we?
Yes, because we've got to pick something up in your van for my garden, some battens, 3 metre long.
So we'll do this when we get back. So we'll see you in a minute.
In a minute.
Right then, so I've gone round, I've cleaned all the surfaces up, so we can hopefully get the welder out now. And is that good enough for you?
Yeah, that'll do the job. Let me get my welder out.
Right, and as you see from that little bit of time lapse there, you've done about 6 patches there, didn't you? 7 patches?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, 10 then.
10 patches for 20 quid by the looks of it, folks.
That's not bad for 20 minutes work.
20 minutes?
That's £1 a minute.
So that was the main one there. That was the one with a big gap in it.
Yeah.
As you can see, look, so you're just going to grind them down.
Grind them down, then get the old paint stripper on it. Then it should be nearly ready for prepping for powder coating. Right folks, as you can see now, that's bubbling up nicely. I left that for about 15 minutes. So what I'll do now is I'll just get a blade and just run across that like that. Get the majority of it off. As you can see, it just peels off. Lovely. So I'm just going to carry on now, cleaning that off, and once I've done that, I'll come back to you. Right folks, so we're at the stage now where we're going to powder coat it. I'll give it a wax and grease remove panel wipe. So I'm just going to give it a titanium silver now, and then we'll get it put in the oven and let that cure. This mower has had a bit of a hard life, there's dents all over it, so right then folks, the lawnmower deck is fully powder coated now. It does highlight a few things that it's where it's had stones obviously flick underneath, so there's quite a few dents in it, but again, I say it's a sentimental thing. It's not a resale mower, it's the chap just wants to keep it and preserve the life of it a bit. So I'll just bring you the torch in here, see if that does any better. No, but I mean, we have got a, there we go, we have got a lovely finish on it still. Really good finish. I mean, on the edges, on the welds, you can't really see. I didn't grind them, you can just see at the top right there. I didn't grind the welds right down. I say it tells a story, doesn't it? It's got a few battle scars. So I took them down a bit, but not all the way. But I'm really happy with that. Nice titanium silver finish there. As you can see a few stone chips from underneath. So I'm going to leave it here for this little video. I'm going to leave that in there just to cool down. So I'm going to leave it here for this video. I probably would have got this all done in a day, but me being me, I didn't get down here till 11 o'clock. Then I got an hour into it, and then my dad wanted a lift to pick some wood up. So I've lost an hour in the middle there, and obviously I didn't get down here till 11. So if you take that hour, I've only been here since 12, and it's 4:30 now. So not bad, 4.5 hours. That was stripping it down. And the longest part is getting all the paint off, getting the deck prepped. But there'll be a part 2 to this now. So next video will be the refit, cleaning all the ancillary parts, the wheels, the grass flat, cleaning all that up, servicing the engine and bolting it all back together. And then I can give this chap a ring to come and pick up his mower. So 2-part video. First part, what we've done today. Second part, assembling it and service. So until next time, we'll see you about.